In this section, we will review basic project management. Please review the Precedence Diagram tutorial before watching this tutorial. Please be aware that their entire course is devoted to project management. As such, those courses go into much more depth than do these tutorials. These tutorials only cover the material typically covered in an introductory operations management course. Project planning builds off of precedence diagrams. It is critical that you review the tutorial on precedence diagrams before proceeding with the project management tutorials. Project planning uses one of two techniques, PERT and CPM. PERT is short for Program Evaluation and Review Technique. CPM is short for Critical Path Method. In regards to drawing the diagrams, PERT and CPM are identical. The screen shows a sample PERT chart. Activity A has to be finished first. After A is completed, activities B and C can start. Once B is finished, activity D can start. After C is finished, activity E can start. Once both D and E are finished, activity F can start. Not only are the activity names shown inside the squares, but their completion times are also shown. Notice that each activity has a 6-cell grid associated with it. This grid shows the 6 numbers that we will be calculating for each activity. 1. Early start time. This is the earliest an activity can start based on the activities that precede it. 2. Early finish time. This is the earliest an activity can be finished. 3. Late start time. This is the latest an activity can be started without delaying the completion of the project. 4. Late finish time. This is the latest an activity can be finished. 5. Slack. This is the longest an activity can be delayed without delaying the completion of the project. 6. Free slack. This is the longest an activity can be delayed without delaying any other activity. The main difference between PERT and CPM is that PERT includes probability calculations. For each activity, before drawing the diagram, you compute the expected completion time and variance for each activity. The expected completion time is used as the activity time for the diagram. The project diagram you saw earlier and see again at the top of the screen is called Activity on Node, or AON. This is because the activities are represented by nodes and the precedences by arrows. This is far and away the most common format for representing project charts. That is because it is the format used by most project software. This is the only format we will use in these tutorials. The chart you see at the bottom is for a different project. This notation is called Activity on Arrow, or AOA. The arrows represent both the activities and the precedences, and the nodes have no meaning beyond being intersection points. This is an older format and has fallen out of favor and will not be mentioned again in these tutorials. In addition to software using AON format, AOA format is much more complicated for complex projects and often requires a large number of dummy activities. There are additional tutorials in this section. The first will show you how to calculate the time for a PERT CPM chart. The second will show you how to compute the expected completion times and variances for activities. In a project management course, you would learn how to use this information to compute probabilities such as the probability of finishing a project within a given time frame. Those calculations are beyond the scope of an introductory operations management course. If this video helped you working operations management problems, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel.